I'm seeing stuff that Isak's agreed a 5-year deal with Liverpool.
Yeah, is that not happening?
Not even had a fucking bid. What's the difference with that?
Liverpool second, Chelsea first.
We're going to do some cash prizes for like manager of the month. Then the overall winner, second and third place. Tom is a
PE teacher
and a
United fan.
United
There's
fan.
only one United in this room, though, isn't there?
Yeah, especially the chairman.
He didn't say that.
He name drops him about 4 times,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, so we're back. Podcast episode 9. This episode is kind of a pre-season review, early season predictions. So they'll probably all be wrong. Delighted to say we're joined by a guest again. So we've got Tom on the podcast. Tom's come all the way from London
To the Toon.
to the Toon,
Up the Toon.
and Tom is a
PE teacher
and a
United fan.
Man
There's
United fan.
only one United in this room, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
I panicked when I said I'd be here, when I said I'm a United fan, thinking that you were going to assume I was a Newcastle fan.
Obviously.
Forcing a Newcastle top on you to come through the door. Like.
The only problem we've got is where's your Man U top?
I've got it with me.
Well, you have to put it on at some point.
I'll put it on at some point. There we go, yeah.
We'll do it for
No
the blind
topless shot.
rankings.
Yeah, we'll have a break first and have no topless shots.
So, tell us a story. How did you start supporting Man United?
I definitely through family. I lived in quite a big house. My nan and granddad were on the bottom floor of my house. I've got a twin brother, so we both got into sport quite early. And my nan in particular was a huge United fan. And her favourite player, I was saying earlier, it was Dennis Irwin.
Right.
So she loved Dennis Irwin. Didn't like Fergie for some reason, thought he was horrible. But she was a big football fan, and we used to watch football downstairs with her. My dad was a United fan, so just family just got me involved with United.
Who'd your brother support?
Who?
Your brother, twin brother.
United fan. He had
Oh
a season,
my
he had a
God, it's
season
getting
ticket.
worse.
He had a season ticket for like 9 years.
Oh, right, wow.
Yeah, so he's a big.
Is anyone in the family from Manchester, or has it been like you're all from London and it's just knocked on throughout the years?
I claim that my nan lived there for a while. But I'm not entirely sure how
She
long
drove through there
if she
once.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows of it. I don't know. Yeah.
She went to a home game
Yeah.
In London.
in London.
No, I should probably support a London team, but
If you were going to
yeah,
support a
so-
London team, whereabouts? Who would it be?
it would probably be between. It would have been between QPR and Chelsea. Probably.
Oh, I say proper teams, QPR anyway, not Chelsea.
Yeah.
The hoops.
So did your nan used to go to games or
Not
anything?
that I know of.
No.
Not that I know of. No. We used to watch them when cable first came around the country. We had got cable in the house, and the bottom floor where my nan lived was the floor where we used to watch football.
Nice.
And that was kind of like every Saturday. Watch United, and then we got Sky, so we would always watch United upstairs. And then when we were a little bit older, I went to University of Manchester, so I was kind of like closer in a way, but didn't get to that many games.
Yeah.
But my brother was a season ticket holder, so he would go all the time.
Yeah.
And I would occasionally go with him.
Yeah.
Or meet up with him on his way back or going up there.
So what? When you started supporting them, what year was that, or what era was?
It was probably 94, 95.
Right. Okay.
And the player that for me was an absolute icon was Ryan Giggs.
Yeah.
And that was who I kind of like really idolised. And then when Beckham
He had a
scored
twin
against-
brother, didn't he?
Yeah, weird.
They shared something. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, we're not quite like that. Beckham was the next person.
Yeah.
When he scored against Wimbledon, and then he's just been my
I think it was
role
like,
model.
in fairness, like the Man United that era, like just so many young English players coming through that were like class. When it was like, like we always say, it's like you hate Man United, but you can respect what they've done for like years, and that.
Was it class of 92? Was it class of 92?
Because you had like Nicky Butt, didn't you, as well? Paul Scholes.
Scholes, the Neville.
Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage, yeah. He likes to claim he was in there, doesn't he?
Yeah. It was a good time to start sporting United, but it was a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think like my personality is to go with underdogs, and Newcastle weren't like full underdogs, but at that time all my friends were like Man United fans.
Yeah.
Because of similar reasons to yourself, same era basically.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of like, well, I want to be different to everyone else, and I want to support the team that's like could win but doesn't.
Yeah.
And it just took like 20 years of me supporting them to get a trophy as well. Maybe longer than that actually. Yeah. So
let's not talk about how long I've waited.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
And have you got kids, Tom?
No kids.
Oh,
In fact, we've had dogs. Got a dog.
And I'm just trying to work out whether your family have persuaded the children to support Manchester as well.
Well, actually, so my brother's just had a baby who's now about 9 months old. He'll be really annoyed if I got that wrong. His wife is Scouser, big Liverpool fan.
Oh, you're joking?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant.
so the house can be very tense
Yeah.
when it's United Liverpool on. But they haven't quite worked out what they're going to do. I think they're going to be a bit neutral and just let the kid decide when they're a little bit older who they want to support.
It's going to end up Man City.
I think it's a pathetic.
He's
gonna like
QBR.
He's going to like Haaland and just be like. So did your brother live London as well, or is he?
Yeah, we're both in West London. He lives in a place called Acton, and I'm in Brentford.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, brilliant.
Do you ever go to any like local games in London just for football or anything?
Yeah,
or?
I've been to Brentford a few times. I've been to Chelsea a few times growing up.
Yeah.
I want to try and go to Brentford more now that I don't play anymore and I've got a bit more time.
Yeah.
But it's becoming a bit more expensive and
it's just hard to demand as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
hard to get tickets. Yeah, I've got a few friends who work for Brentford, so
That's good. Brentford's going to be an interesting story this season, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think
we're talking about predictions later, but the fact that their team's been decimated, manager's gone, it's all going to be interesting. And the guy they've employed as manager, we don't really know who he is or what experience he's got.
He'll either be incredible or he's going to be
totally.
And
he just needs like this. He needs time, doesn't he?
We're going back to tickets. So I was saying to Jeff, so obviously tickets for Newcastle are like gold dust. It's like near on impossible to get a ticket. So for the last 3 years, I've been buying hospitality tickets as like the only way to guarantee that I can get to games. Mm-hmm. So I take clients and friends and stuff like that. And
never taken me, just
because you go with a season ticket.
Oh,
yeah. But the first season, so I get the tickets in a hospitality suite called the Barracks, which is like rather than a sit-down meal, it's like street food,
the match really, isn't
street
it?
food, live music. It's like quite a nice. It's like a good vibe. It's more like our type of vibe, isn't it? When we go, get a bit pissed, have a laugh, rather than sit down, suited and booted and stuff.
Yeah.
So the first year it was 185 quid a ticket. Then the second year it went up to 225 a ticket. So last season was 225 a ticket.
Yeah.
The season we were in the so it was 165, 185 when we were in the Champions League. We didn't qualify for the Champions League. It went up to 225. And it was like, at that point, I was like, it's getting a bit...
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
If I buy three tickets...
3 or 4 tickets a grand,
it's like
isn't it?
650, 700 quid to take some clients to the football and stuff. And you still you get your food free, but you still have to pay for your beers.
Yeah.
So it's like...
it's a lot.
So it's like...
Beer's expensive at football.
£6 a pint in there as well. So it's like... and then I was going to do the tickets for this season thinking 250, probably going to put it up 25 quid again. 325.
I know, it's ridiculous.
325 quid, gone up 100 quid.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, when I replied saying, buy some fucking players and I might think about it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, but I was saying, it's at the point now where I'm not going to do it. And instead, I could go and buy a ticket in the Gallagher off one of them third-party websites for 130 quid.
Yeah.
Someone's season ticket that they're paying 50 quid for.
And we get the same match because we go for a few years before, do whatever, go out afterwards. And
so if I buy 2 tickets, it's going to cost me 260 quid instead of 650 quid.
Yeah.
That then means I could literally spend 400 quid on food and drink
before
the game.
And all you're really losing out on is like a free bit of food and a padded seat.
Yeah.
And
the live music and stuff. But sometimes we leave before the live music because we might come and meet you, so you don't actually take advantage of that. So it's like
crazy.
It's just,
but again, it goes back in the olden days. What they did is everyone had the season ticket, and then at the end of the season there would be 2 or 3 weeks where you had to get we used to work on the account where you had to get everything pulled together. You do your brochure, you'd see who was going to be signing, and there was a bit of excitement. Now that's not gone. I mean, the season ticket holders this season actually started paying the direct debit before the season had ended.
Wow.
And here's Newcastle. What investment have we, if the board and the backers put into the team for us to get excited about this season?
Well, you see, I was telling these guys, so they've obviously released 3 shirts this season. A range of retro, that's the away one. A range of retro gear, and then like the other day they released the like pre-match warm-up gear, and they put it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, this is so tone deaf, like. And I went on the comments, like 800 comments, and every single one was like, sign some fucking players.
Who was signing?
Like, you want my money, but you're not. Where are you going to spend it? Like,
give us
it's just like.
Have you seen that green kit where they're saying it's like inspired by
the Time Bridge?
Where is the Time Bridge inspiration from? That is there a Time Bridge on it?
No,
it's like
it's just the bendy bit.
It's green,
the
like
pattern
the
in the
Time
background
Bridge.
has a slight arch, so I think they're tying that in with the arch.
They'll be great with beer bellies, won't they?
Yeah, I was just like, let's just.
It's
call
green.
it what it is. It's the fucking Saudi Arabia home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just let's not lie about it. It is what it is. It's crazy. But So we'll start off with a section pre-season review. So obviously we did a bit of transfers on the last podcast. So has there been any signings, rumours of signings since the last podcast that we think...
Can we talk about Man... Look, Tom's come all the way from London.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear from Tom to find out what's going to happen with Man United this season. Come on.
How
do you feel as a Man U fan with the signings you've made and...
So I would be happy with... I'd be happy if we finish 7th. I think that's realistic in terms of the teams that have improved around us and, you know, who have been stable for the last few years.
Yeah.
I think the signings have been wise because we haven't gone to players in the league who are more proven in the last few years. We've gone,
Risked.
you know, abroad. Yeah, we've gone for young players. We've gone for players that we think want to play for the club, but you know, it turns out maybe they're not good enough or they're not ready. So I like Cunha and I like Mbeumo, and I do like the idea of signing Watkins. I think if you can get him for, what is it? Are they talking like 40 million?
40 million.
Is that all? Is his contract nearly up or something at Villa?
I think he's got 2 years.
Yeah, I think he's 2 years. And I think
that's great. How old is he? 28?
29.
He's 29, he's 30 at the end of the year. I think if you get him, you know, you're almost guaranteed a season of, you know, potentially 18 goals.
Yeah, I agree.
And then with Cunha, with Mbeumo, I think that adds a lot.
Was split for once, isn't it? I think when you look at your goals last season, they were split, but it was like fucking 7-6.
Well, Fernandes, was he the highest goal scorer last season? Yeah.
I think it's you're right going for them proven Prem players. I keep seeing people saying about Watkins, like, but you might only get 2 or 3 years at the top. It's like, that's all you need right now. That's exactly what you need right now.
You need a mixture of experience and youth.
Yeah.
And if you can get Wissa's a great
same with us, and lots of fans are like, but he's
29th, like, so what?
Great, fucking brilliant. We had Wilson last year.
Yeah.
Wissa's a Wilson replacement, basically.
It's
like
interesting
an upgrade.
to hear 7th would be acceptable. Do you think the rest of them? Do you think the as far as Man United fans in general will they? Because obviously you've been very successful over the last 2-3 decades. It's interesting because as a Newcastle fan, I'm thinking if Man United don't qualify for Europe next season or this coming season, how will that fit with the players that you've signed? You know, why aren't we getting players coming to Newcastle where potentially, if you look at the 2 Uniteds, you would have thought with Isak in the team, are a better proposition for a player coming for the next 2 or 3 seasons. Yet you guys are sort of mopping up all the transfers that we want.
It's a mixture, isn't it? It's definitely money is one thing.
Yeah.
And I think, like what Isak's doing now, maybe people are losing faith in the project at Newcastle as well. You know, because of how.
Well, if he's basically turned around and said he was promised X, Y, and Z. I don't know what the promises were.
I think he was promised a new deal, which Mitchell fucked up, and he was promised that if we get Champions League, we're going to seriously invest in the team and take it to the next stage. And prior to, you know, we've got Ramsdale now, which is an upgrade on Dubravka, but it's like we're probably weaker.
We are weak
last season.
We are weak at the moment. We are weaker. We've lost Longstaff. We're potentially going to lose Isak. We've lost Wilson.
Yeah,
there's plenty. What about your goalkeeper scenario, man?
I'm not convinced he's the person. I'd like us to go for Martinez.
Yeah, this is so. If we go to the signings and rumours, so I had here obviously Man United have signed Mbeumo and Cunha, and the 2 links are at the minute as a goalie and a striker, isn't it? So you've got Sesko and Watkins for striker.
Yeah.
And then it was Martinez and...
Because Martinez, is he out of contract now?
No.
At Villa?
No, I think
because at the end of last season, there was that big thing. He was sort of saying goodbye to the fans. Was he rumoured to be going to Man U then? Or?
Yeah, there was
rumoured,
the rumours were started quite early, like before the end of the year.
Yeah.
But I think you put a loan bid in, I think, didn't you? I saw something about that.
Recently there was
I don't know how
loan.
true it is, but it was that they put a loan bid in for him. But someone's got a year left on their contract. You're not going to loan him, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, again, contracts mean absolutely nothing because having a year on it, if the player doesn't want to stay, he's just going to go, isn't he? Look at Isak again, you know?
Yeah.
But I think Martinez he's a good goalie.
Yeah, I think the thing with goalkeepers, I think you've got, generally, I think the keepers in the league, the top keepers are all very similar in terms of their shot stopping, generally. Onana's different. I think he's probably like noticeably someone who's struggled quite a lot. The one thing you want is someone who's consistently concentrating and in those moments in the game where their team have had the ball, suddenly they're on a counter attack. Can they just make sure they're staying, focused on what's going on and save, or get the ball, be comfortable? And I think Onana just has too many moments where
Too many mistakes.
Yeah, he makes a good save, but lots of keepers make good saves. I think he makes too many mistakes.
You don't remember goalkeepers for good saves, or really, do you? You only remember keeper for mistakes.
Yeah.
And I think Martinez's personality, the way he commands the pitch, not just he's he seems to be a good team player.
Yeah.
And you'd want him agitating the opposition attackers.
All goalies make mistakes.
Yeah.
But Onana's like, you're kind of going into the game thinking it's going to happen, aren't you?
It's like, that's the problem I've got with Ramsdale.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a good keeper or a bad keeper, but I just remember his mistakes.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I saw a TikTok clip and it was like his 5 best saves, and I was like, fuck,
Okay.
they were all fucking incredible. I think it was Madison free kick for Leicester.
Also, the
tipped it on the bar.
Has he been relegated 3 times?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at the deal, if in my eyes, if we get Ramsdale, get rid of Dubravka, get rid of that Greek goalie, because Ramsdale's deal is, it's not an obligation to buy. It's a loan with an option.
But Shane, if you look at Newcastle last season, when Pope got injured, Dubravka was brilliant. We were, as a football fans, we were a little bit disappointed.
We were still shit playing out from the back.
We were a little bit disappointed that Dubravka didn't continue his run, because he was far better at distributing the ball than Pope had been.
Yeah.
And then Pope came back from the injury and he seemed to be better at distributing the ball.
But you do have to admit that when Dubravka is really bad at like diving saves.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
He's good at like things near him, but I think if it goes in the corner, it was like there was one game I think he let 3 goals in. They were
but
all
again,
like,
if you look at Newcastle, we've got 6 goalkeepers. Apparently, Ruddy was playing in Singapore.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
The Greek goalies.
So where's the Greek?
We've got 3 of them on the bench.
Was he just working in his restaurant, or what? What's going on?
Yeah, Gillespie's out there as well.
Yeah, but
they're all out there.
Yeah, but he's just sending a new contract, Gillespie.
Yeah. So is Ruddy.
I just don't get Newcastle with goalkeepers. But I mean, we've got plenty. Come on, you not take one of them. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, both our keepers I don't think are good enough.
I think this is going to be the longest transfer window ever. Is there something like 30 odd days still to go?
Yeah.
Oh, crikey Moses, honestly.
And I think
I've stopped watching Sky Sports. I can't watch Sky Sports anymore. It's ridiculous.
No, it's a lot, isn't it?
I'm sick of rumours.
Yeah. There's a rumour every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes,
Yeah, it is.
And also with rumours, what tends to happen this season, or what's happened this season, we've been rumoured to buy X, and then within a week or 2, he's gone somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So I think we just keep out the rumours.
Yeah.
It was, so the other one's obviously Sesko, and I think I was seeing, obviously we're linked with him as well, and seeing a lot of people saying like, that isn't what you need right now, because there is the same as any young player that comes from another league. It's a flip of a coin as to how good he's going to be in the Premier League. Because he could be a Hoyland 2.0.
Yeah.
Hoyland's got so much potential, but he needs a Watkins or someone to learn from.
But what about your defence? There's quite a young defence, haven't you? I mean, Luke Shaw looks like he's away.
No, he's going to stay.
I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay just because I think he's now used to the idea of being I think he is happy with being a squad player.
Well, he's been out injured for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I think Amorim trusts him to come in and do a job in that position.
Yeah, because he can play like left centre back or left wing back in that system. Can't
and he's actually, when he's fit, he's actually very consistent. And he's not the same player he was, but he's consistent in terms of the defence overall. I think losing Lindelof was important because he didn't. I mean, particularly last year, he didn't play. But I think Maguire has shown such good professionalism because
I agree.
He got abuse from the fans, from the players, everybody, pundits, and he's come in and he's been very good.
Should play on the wing, really.
Has Evans gone?
Yeah.
Have we got rid of Evans now?
Evans' contract was up, so he's gone.
He's on the coach and joined like one of the. I think he's on the backroom
staff.
I think.
But I think we've got some good defenders coming through. Like Yoro does look good. I think he had issues with injury last year.
Yeah, you just need a bit of time to get up the pace of the Premiership. It is difficult for younger players coming in.
Yeah.
And getting used to the speed and the just the attacking.
Yeah. I think he's got good players around him, like to learn from. Thinking about the striker needing someone to learn from, but like Delit is experienced and he's had issues for injuries and other things. But I think he's good. Martin's injuries, but again, someone good to learn off. Maguire, I'm sure would be someone good to learn off and probably gives him some good information and help.
Yeah.
So I think defensively we look good. Dorgu looked good the other day in pre-season.
Amad's probably going to play right wing
back.
He's a great little player, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think it is. It's like as well. It's really hard to judge the defenders on last season because I'd be a shit defender if I had Onana behind me. I'd be fucking worrying all game.
But as it stands, they still have.
Yeah, but if they get a goalie, you know, makes such a difference when you know I've not got to worry about anything in here. Yeah, I'll worry about this because I know that guy's got the stuff here. Like,
yeah, I'm just concerned about the transfer deadline dates. I'm just sitting here thinking, crikey. You know, what you want is was it not a couple of seasons ago where the transfer deadline was before the season started?
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, we're going to kick off the season around about the 15th of August or whatever it is. Just the 23rd, 15th? Don't know
It's
when
like that weekend after.
And then I think we're away on the first games, aren't we?
Second game.
For, yeah. But yeah, I just feel as if like there's going to be so much unrest, and Newcastle will be an unrested team unless we've got Isaac's future sorted.
But this is what they're saying now. It's
like
in an ideal world, Ramsdale's done. That's like a thing. Sesko gets done this week.
Well, that's in
an ideal world. Then if Isaac's going, he goes next week, and we get.
Yeah.
Then we just.
Well, I wouldn't personally. If he wants to go again, I wouldn't help the other team. If it's Liverpool, for argument's sake, I'd keep the twatty till flipping the 31st of August.
Yeah.
And then let him go. If he's going to go,
especially because we've got
use it to our advantage. We don't want him to warm up in another team.
And we play him. We
play them on the 28th, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's Bank Holiday Monday.
You can have him after
that. That atmosphere would be horrendous for the kid.
Yeah, I think
because as fans we've stuck by players. Yeah. And we went into we closed last season after having a fantastic season, qualifying, winning a cup, and we're going to go into next season, and all we wanted was a little bit of stability and a few new players. We never thought for one moment that we were going to lose somebody.
Yeah,
I mean Dan Byrne and Bruno's interviews have been brilliant.
Yeah, Trippier as well, didn't he?
I haven't seen Trippier's.
He came out and basically said my phone's on 24/7 if Isaac wants to speak to me.
Yeah.
He's like, so
and then that's the camaraderie of the team. It's a bit like you look at Man United, look at Newcastle. We seem to have that camaraderie and togetherness in the team. And you look at Man U, and maybe they didn't have that last season. I know they've had the manager coming in. It feels like it's getting
there now, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the manager coming in, he'll settle that, I think, won't he?
Unfortunately, this is the first set of his players that he's bringing in as well, isn't he?
But again, with Man U, it's going to be interested with what's going to happen with Garnacho, what's going to happen with Højlund, and who's the other one? And Sancho as well, because they're big players.
Anthony,
and Anthony, forget about him, because you're going to need to release them to get the money back into the club to get somebody new coming through.
Well, I think that's where you're at now, really, isn't it? It's like someone's got to go.
The problem they're going to have, though, is if these guys are on massive money, Anthony, whatever, I think, he quadrupled his salary or whatever. Yeah. How are they going to find another team in England that are going to pay those wages?
I think this is going to be a problem for the Premier League moving forward because you get so many players, like Grealish and stuff, who's stuck, but where's he going to go? Unless he wants to, half, probably even more than half his wage.
Especially because when you're moving in these scenarios, you're moving because you're not playing very well.
And it's
so you're not going
to. Well, you're not getting a chance to play either, are you?
True, yeah.
And they're all getting signed for these contracts when they're 24, 25, and then by the time you're 30, you're looking like, I don't want to pay much for a player.
No.
The price just goes to nothing at that point.
And again, I read something about the Saudis. The fact that the World Cup's there, and I think it's 9 years' time or something. Yeah. I'm not sure the exact time whatever year it is, but they're basically saying that there's still loads more investment. The guys that own Newcastle own the top 4 teams in Saudi, and they want better players to come to Saudi just to raise the profile of football, just for that World Cup.
Yeah.
What happens after that?
Yeah.
When the World Cup moves, thing, wouldn't it?
Well, that's what it sounds like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Josh. I think that is a worrying time for football in general.
I think it's going to turn into a proper mess.
And I know we're talking about the Premiership
here,
but
look as well, I think it was Sunderland have spent more than every team in Serie A.
Yeah.
Every team in La Liga. And they've just got promoted to the Premier League, and they've spent more money than a whole league. And we're talking La Liga, who
have they signed Xhaka?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, again, you look at someone like Sunderland, where they have had problems in the past with big signings. You think of Jack Rodwell and teams like that when they got relegated. Xhaka won't be coming for a small amount of money. He'll be on a good salary.
It's like a really good signing if they stay up.
But
if they don't, you're back in that.
But that's the problem with football, isn't it? When teams are coming up, they've got to invest, and obviously Sunderland have done what possibly Forest have done.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting to see how those clubs, and that's what I was going to say before, through football, right the way through the leagues, it's having a major impact on how much you can afford to pay for a player and where they're going to go next.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is. It's if we look at the Newcastle ones, obviously we had Trafford, but that deal went south, and then we got Ramsdale, Wissa and Sesko. I think it looks like the club are going to try and buy both if they can.
But have they not tried to buy Delap? Have they not tried to buy Pedro? Have they not tried to buy? That's the problem. They're going to try and buy them, but we only want players to come to Newcastle that want to come to Newcastle.
I mean, Wissa looks like he wants
Wissa
to
really
does.
Come,
And again, that's what we were saying before, wasn't it, Josh? If they want X, just pay the money. We've got the money. I'd rather have a player that wanted to come.
Yeah. And he's good as well, too.
Yeah, but they're asking 50 million. Yeah. He is almost.
I think we've offered 25, and like I say, if you were going to pay a 28 or 29-year-old, if you could get him for 35 million pounds, then there's a problem. What's the other guy? Sesko.
Sesko.
Has he not come out and said he wants to go to Man U?
Well, I think it's really like, again, we're saying there's so many rumours. It's so hard to know
50-50. I think it's more likely to come to work.
I saw one saying that, which I think I sent to you. And I saw one like the next day that was like Newcastle's his number one choice from like some German place. It's just you just.
But again, as a Newcastle fan, we've got the iconic number 9 shirt, and I don't know what happened, but I think did they offer it to Isak? Did he take it or did he not take it?
No, I don't think so. I think
so. I mean, we want to see traditionally we want to see a centre forward. This kid, is he Belgium? He looks great.
Serbian, I think.
Serbian, he looks great.
Huge as well, isn't he? About 6'5" or something.
Yeah.
Well, I saw as well. Did you see that we were linked? Again, I don't know how true it was. It's like if we didn't get Sesko, we're going to go for that young German striker from the under 21 Euros. He's like fucking as tall as Crouch, but he's like unreal. He's so fucking good. Like he's like really skillful. Really.
I think for me, what Manchester United is and what we want to sign somebody who's Premier League prolific.
Yeah. If you buy Wissa.
Brilliant.
And then you get Sesko.
Brilliant.
Takes the pressure
That's exactly
off Sesko.
what
if you only get Sesko, it's like
because you need some time to settle in. I mean, Højlund's proven that when he's come from, he's a young player with a good reputation, and he's coming. If you look at Haaland, when he came to Man City, he'd already done it at Dortmund, hadn't he? Really?
Yeah, he'd done it everywhere, hadn't he?
We've got to find the right players, but I just think that we're getting linked with far too many players. We just need somebody to sort it out and sign somebody.
Did you lose your director of football?
Yes.
Mitchell. How's really involved at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah. He left the Monday after the last game of the season, Mitchell.
Yeah.
And
Darren Eales has got cancer, and he's left as well.
He's still plugging along technically, but apparently he has left.
Yeah,
like literally.
And that's from Newcastle's point of view. Yeah, it's what matters on the field. But we thought 3 years ago when Amanda Staveley came in that we had a decent sort of back room.
Yeah.
And middle management and football directors, etc. But that seems to have dwindled away now when we were totally relying on Eddie Howe.
His brother in it or something, and like his brother's does the transfers, and then you've got Steve Nixon, who's the chief scout guy.
And we need to see we need to be confident again, because the PR from the club's gone back to what it was like.
Well, the communication from the club is zero, isn't it?
Yeah,
zero. Whereas like when Staveley and that were here, like
they were brilliant.
Maybe it was even too much when they were here, but at least it was good for us as fans.
You felt like the directors had an armband on and it represented the fans now.
But I'm still like, I know there's like loads of talk about why they got kicked out, like Amanda Murdoch, but what was it? Just they were taking the shine off the PIF?
I have no idea.
Like that's kind of what I heard, where it was kind of like they were more of the face than the PIF.
I think a big part of it was money as well, wasn't it? Because they were redistributing shares and populating money, and then obviously the Rubens had to put more money in,
right? Yeah,
and I don't think they had money.
Was that's right? Yeah,
because I think it's like when you obviously redistribute the shares, it's like if you had 40% and I had 50% and you had 10%. If we're putting more money in, I'd have to put 50% in. You'd put 40% in. You'd have to put 10% in to raise that money, I think, or something. But so it's a shame, but. We just have to see where we come the end of the transfer window.
I just feel as if Newcastle have just lost our way a little bit. It's been a terrible...
Especially off the back of the best season
ever, in our lifetime.
Ever in our lifetime.
And I look at teams like Brighton, who seem to have a philosophy, which is buy young players, sell them on and make a fortune.
Yeah.
And what is our philosophy? We've got great team. We seem to have a great team. We've got some cracking players that want to play for us.
Yeah.
But, we just need to get on that pitch and see what the season's going to offer, I think.
Yeah. And then I'm looking at, so obviously you've got Goalscorer has gone to Arsenal. That's all done now.
It just takes so long for these transfers to get over the line.
Well, it doesn't if you're João Felix and then you're just going to go to Saudi, and it was like fucking reported one day and completed the next.
Oh, was it? Has he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
And did they sell him?
He's I think I saw he's moved to third in the all-time transfer.
Wow.
So fees generated.
He was the most expensive teenager.
Yeah, because he went for like 100 odd million like 80 odd.
How much has he been sold for?
It's like 238 million is like total transfer.
No, but I meant
this one, the same price Chelsea paid for him.
Jesus.
Because did you know that PIF are big investors in the owners of Chelsea?
No.
So like Clear Lake Financial or whatever I think they're called, the ownership group.
Right.
That Todd Bowley's in. Well, PIF invest in that. So it's like,
Well, how does that happen? I thought the whole idea
with
of the Premiership was that you weren't supposed to have alliances with more than one club.
It's probably through loads of different subsidiaries or something like that. But
it just makes you wonder how much money is being made outside of football with TV rights. These guys don't get involved in this; they're not going to make money.
They're not making money, yeah.
And the people that suffer are the football teams, not necessarily us.
But that's why it's things like they spent 40 million on getting Felix, and he's been dog shit. They're now stuck with that, so they're like, well, we'll ship him off to Saudi for, I think it was like 0.6 of a million they made profit on after he'd been shit by selling him to Saudi. But it will be like, if there's an investment thing in this, but remember, they don't want them to lose money. It's like...
We tried, I don't know which player it was, we tried to sell somebody to Saudi and that was hell on. The Premier League
it was hell on when we sold St. Maximin and we only got 25 million for him.
Yeah, we got an outfit.
Or 20 million, whatever. It's And what about Rashford going to Barcelona? It seems like he's got the move he always wanted.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how good he is. Because, I mean, obviously, 2 seasons ago, he was... Is he 25, 26? He's not that old.
He's 28 now, I think.
Is he 28?
Yeah, he's older, yeah.
But he seems to have been around a long time.
Yeah.
And, he was Man United's one of the top players 2 or 3 seasons ago. And did he lose form because of the last manager coming in and not rating him? You just wonder how he's going to settle into a massive club like Barca. Who
in his position is Rafinha's position, who scored and assisted a fuckload of goals last season. It's like...
He did great. I mean, I thought he had a good... It was a good loan deal to Villa.
Yeah. I think there's a...
Has he gone on loan to Barcelona this side?
Yeah, loan with an option.
They're paying all his wages, aren't they?
Yeah, he's taking a slight
He's taken a pay cut to go there. But I suppose for them it's a good signing because he could play left wing, right wing, striker. Yeah. So it's kind of a really good cover option for them. I think it's kind of good for him as well. And you hope he gets away from some of the UK press and hopefully puts in a few good performances for him. Then people just kind of forget he's there and he just
played great for England. He had some good England performances as well. It's just
he's a great footballer, isn't he? He's a really good footballer.
He's probably got to get his confidence back. But going to a massive club like Barca is going to be interesting because there will be a bit of pressure on him to succeed.
I'm a strong believer as well that if you go back and if you look at like Beckham, Giggs, all these people, as they came through, they probably didn't get their best ever contracts until they were 30.
Yeah,
like late in their career. Whereas Rashford's been earning like 350 grand a week from about 24. I don't care who you are. If you come on the scene at 18, you spend 5-6 years playing football for Man United every week.
Yeah.
Then I get 350 grand. I am going to start being like, I've fucking made it.
Yeah.
And your passion's going to dwindle a little, especially if things don't go in your own way. And you've seen it we were talking about it on the last one with Arsenal. It's like, Ozil, amazing, got a big contract, shit.
Yeah.
And then it was like, Aubameyang, amazing, got a big contract, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, it seems like younger players are earning a lot more money younger, and it's maybe.
But you would have thought that way if you love football. If you look at Bruno, for instance, for us, he loves football, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter how. Well, how does it matter how much money you earn when you've earned it for so long?
But also, Bruno loves football because he's captain. He plays every week. Whereas Rashford's obviously as soon as he's had a dip and not been in the team, rather than being like, I'm gonna do everything I fucking can to get back in the team, people are switching off.
But again, for Man U, he didn't really have a dip until 2 seasons ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
and whatever happened, whether it was the new manager coming in at the time, not Ammer on the Tag Her, whatever his name was.
But he only had one seat when he got the contract off the back of that, like excellent season he had.
Yeah.
Before that, he hadn't really ever had a season like that.
We were talking about it before. It's like you always felt like there was another level for him to get to, and you're still like, oh, but he's Rashford, he's young, and then you're
just waiting for him to step up.
You know, it's it is a difficult one, I think, but hopefully it ends up being a good move for him, I think.
So do you think with the transfer window being open for as long as it's going to be, there's going to be a load more rumours flying around for different teams, or do you think teams like Chelsea, Man City, Man U, and Arsenal are sorted?
No, Chelsea they're on the verge of getting that Xavi Simons guy.
Oh, yeah, they've got to get someone.
Don't know where and then
they're getting. They got in the squad.
They're getting the Hato, the left back and centre back from Ajax,
the young guy.
Like it's like fucking the next coming of fucking Van Dijk or something. And it's like they're getting him as well. It's like crazy. What about the? This will be a good one. What about the Gibbs White situation?
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah.
That interview, mate. He's like doing the interview, and that Marinakis is stood next to him.
It's like he's got a gun against his back. And
is that after he signed the contract?
Yeah, he signed the contract, and he was like,
"I just seen the photograph."
He's like this. I've always been believed in at this club, and I love it here, and everyone treats me really well, especially the chairman. He name drops him about 4 times, didn't he? It's
brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Like the whole thing with that is like, obviously he's had a minimum fee release clause, and then they're like, Well, how did you know he had him in
But apparently nobody knew about it, did they?
Yeah, but it
was on his agent and the player, supposedly.
But it's like the whole thing when they're talking about, well, he got tapped up. It's like, well, I'm seeing stuff that Isaac's agreed a 5-year deal with Liverpool.
Yeah, is that not tapped?
Not even had a fucking bid. What's the difference with that being tapped?
It happens all the
time. Yeah,
I think clubs will just choose or choose not to follow up, or go to the press and say this club have tapped my player up, and but it happens all the time.
All the time about Trent, like Trent had that contract agreed with Real Madrid for at least a year before.
I just think all you want as a football fan is a bit of clarity, don't you? And a bit of transparency. If
Isaac came out now,
and said, "I want to leave because," then fair enough. But when you've got all these people behind the scenes like Gibbs White and all that behind that, you don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, Newcastle seem to be suggesting that Isaac's injured. I mean, that's what Bruno and that's what Dan Burn have said.
He said he was injured. So I think, again, I don't know what's true, but apparently he came in, did 5 minutes of training and said he felt his thigh. That's why he didn't go to Singapore.
Yeah.
Then he said he wanted to explore his options. And then apparently they've done the scan and it hasn't come back. There's like fuck all wrong with his thigh, basically. So it's like a... But again, I don't know how much of that's true because it's not come from the club or him. So then the other ones I've got, the last ones I've got is obviously Luis Diaz going to Bayern Munich.
I think was it 65 million?
70 million, yeah. Which is, I think he's a good player, isn't he? Like a good player, but obviously if they've got ambitions of getting Isak, then they needed to sell someone to get money.
Yeah. Literally, that's all it's for, isn't it?
Yeah,
to get money for Isak.
Yeah, they've now got, obviously Wirtz can play wide. They've got Gakpo's probably their number one left winger anyway.
Diaz was one of their top players last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he played like through the middle or on the left.
Right, and that's where the new guy played.
Up front when Gakpo would play on the left, whereas now they've got Etatike and potentially Isak, plus they've got Florian Wirtz. And then Sterling's been linked with Fulham. I think that's nearly done.
Yeah. Is it? I mean,
which I think
it's a great buy for
we
Fulham.
Were saying the other day he needs to go somewhere where he's hopefully going to play every week to maybe get back to where he
needs to play. I think, because he's just
how old? He can't, because he's been around forever as well.
He's probably like 30 at most. Yeah.
But I mean, again, he's been a great player. When he went from QPR to Liverpool. Yeah, he was great. Then Man City,
he was unbelievable.
I think when he went to Chelsea, he didn't really. When he left Man City to go to Chelsea, he sort of lost a little bit of form.
Yeah, he didn't play as often.
Yeah,
then he went to Arsenal, and it was like, he probably started 4 games of that or something. It's like, and then Grealish, like, where do we think? Do you think he's going to end up anywhere?
That's what Josh said before.
It's just the money.
Who can afford his wages?
Who's going to do it?
He needs to go to like Villa or Crystal Palace. If City would subsidise his wages.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? If he's earning whatever he's earning, how somebody like Villa...
It does get to that point where, like Man United have had to do it, where the guy's going to go and you're going to have to... Do you want to pay all of his wages and him sit in the reserves, or do you want to pay 50%?
Yeah, he's not going to play and you're going to still pay him.
But Villa's interesting because, again, they had that season last season where they did really well in the Champions League. You know, they've had a good couple of seasons since the manager's come in and they've been consistent.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem. I mean, again, financially, are they struggling a little bit to get?
Well, they were going to have to sell for PSR because we were looking at Jacob Ramsey.
There was Jacob Ramsey, and there was also who was the guy that went from Middlesbrough?
Rogers
as well.
I think one of the big sold their women's team to themselves, so they got out of the PSR thing through that. So that's one of them things where that's either going to come back and haunt people in a because our women's teams move from, or everyone's going to do it.
Because our women's teams moved from Newcastle to Gateshead. Does that increase our value of the women's team or decrease the value of the women's team? I mean, it's just.
Surely, if like 3 teams have done it now, surely everyone should just do it.
Yeah. Well, I don't see why not.
If it turns out being a bad thing, we're all going to get docked 6 points, and then we're all on a level playing field.
So Chelsea have done
it,
Everton done it, and Villa have done it.
Villa have done it, yeah. So,
mental.
And then obviously the next things to cover is like, what do you think of the Newcastle and Man United games that have been played in pre-season so far? So obviously we've lost to Celtic and lost to Arsenal.
We'll go hammered off Celtic.
Beat.
But again, we were whitewater rafting on the Wednesday and then playing Celtic on the Saturday, weren't they?
Yeah, I think it was Thursday when we flew in on the Friday, played on the Saturday. I didn't have any thoughts. I think the Arsenal game was all right. I didn't think we played too bad.
Yeah, but I think the fact that 10,000 Newcastle fans went up to Celtic,
it's poor.
And it's all about money, isn't it? It's okay, these players earning X, Y, and Z, and the club's organising these pre-friendly games. But as a football fan, they'll have spent money to get up there, the weekend, whatever it might have been, and then we'll get absolutely trounced. I mean, Singapore sounded like a great trip.
Yeah, we lost 1-0 to the K-League All-Stars.
But
the team, I did look at the starting lineup. It wasn't great for that game.
Who did he play in goal?
Pope.
I think for me, when I think about United, pre-season is so heavily about fitness.
Yeah, totally.
And
they're in America, aren't they?
Yeah, they're in America, yeah. So I didn't watch the first game against Leeds. That was 0-0. And then I watched most of the game against West Ham. And that was quite good. Like, they were pressing higher than they used to.
Man, you played. Is there a tournament? Or is it just?
I think it's like the Premier League. It's called like the Premier League.
So is it Man U Leeds
Summer series? Yeah.
I'm sure we did that. Was it
before? I think. Yeah, we did Tottenham. I think
last year or year before or something.
I just looked there, Jeff. So we started with Pope in goal. On the bench we had Gillespie, Ruddy, and the Greek guy, and none of them
found him.
None of them got on. We brought on a youth goalie, Max Thompson, instead.
Oh my God. Have you seen Liverpool?
We had 5 keepers in the squad, 4 on the bench.
Oh my God. Have you seen Liverpool have signed Woodman?
Yeah, saw that.
So Woodman was our junior goalkeeper. Went to Preston.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool have just signed him with is it Keisler going to Brentford? So I wonder if
Keller.
Sorry,
they've got that Mamadashvili guy from Valencia as well.
Today, I think.
Yeah, he played today. Woodman's gone there for the.
Who played it? Come on, who was our mighty midfield and centre forward then?
I was just looking. Liverpool 3-1. So we started with Pope in goal, Kraft right back, Lascelles and Murphy centre backs, Livramento left back, Willock, Tonali, Miley, Gordon, Asula, Alanga. And we only made 5 subs. You'd have thought you'd have subbed like... So Harrison Ashby came on for Kraft in the 72nd minute. Alfie Harrison, really good youngster we got from Man City. He came on in the 92nd minute for Willock. The new South Korean guy.
Josh is shaking his head.
We just seem to from a lot of these pre-season friendlies and what I've watched over the past few years, they'll bring in these youth players
and then you never see them again.
None of them.
No.
For example, that Arsenal. Do you see when we played Arsenal? They had that. What's he called?
Max Dowman.
Yeah,
he looked great, didn't he?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he looked great.
Well, we've not had anything.
But that Alfie Harrison's a similar, not as good, but a similar type of player. Really tricky, but you just have to punt on these guys, don't you?
Yeah. Well, they've got to be given an opportunity.
Yeah, and our problem is we were in the. Normally they play in the last 2 or 3 games of the season, but we're in the hunt for the Champions League.
Yeah.
Normally they're playing the Carabao Cup, but we needed to win a trophy.
Yeah.
So it's it's hard. Whereas if you're a Man United and Arsenal, like that Dowman guy's going to get games in the Carabao Cup and the early rounds of the FA Cup, isn't he? And then just any other games that stood out in pre-season, all I had was I thought Chelsea looked really good in that Club World Cup.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
They looked like. As one thing I saw, it was they just seemed to they changed their tactics in every game. They didn't look. You didn't watch each game and they looked the same. They just depending on who they were playing. They just
PSG. I think that's definitely a signal somewhere along the line.
They just outpressed them, didn't they?
Yeah, they did play well.
Then the other one was, did you see? Obviously, Liverpool lost 4-2 to Milan.
Yeah,
did you see that?
That was just more enjoyable for me.
Yeah, same.
I watched that though. Liverpool look terrifying going forward.
They look amazing going forward, but they look fucking shit going back. Don't they?
At the back, to be fair to Liverpool at the back, I mean, obviously you got Van Dijk, who's of an age. Robinson won't start because they've signed somebody else to fill him
from Bournemouth.
So is it
Frimpong?
Yeah. So
pretty sure he's worse at defending than Trent, though. To be
honest. So it's going to be interesting to see how, because like you say, if they look great going forward, but at the back potentially they could be a bit suspect.
Did you see the Rafael Leao goal?
Yeah.
So hit him on the break, and Van Dijk did that classic thing where he jockeyed him for age. You are not going to dribble past me. I'm not going to come close enough to you, so you can dribble past me. So the guy just ran, fucking pelted it in the top corner.
Dribbled it into the 6-yard box.
Yeah, it was he literally he's running towards the goal here, and Van Dijk's running alongside him like this.
Yeah.
And then he got to the goal and just kicked it in, and Van Dijk was like, "Well, you didn't take me on though, did you? Didn't lose my record." Do you know what I mean? It's he's got that stupid record about he's never been dribbled past or something. It's because he just if the guy looks like he's going to be in on the goal, I'll just stop running. So it's but yeah, it's be interesting to see. And then for this section, we'll do some Premier League season predictions.
Wow!
So did you guys?
I've got mine.
Do a list. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through the positions in one by one and just say who we think is going to finish where. And what we'll do with this is we'll obviously track this, and then come the end of the season, we'll do another episode. So maybe we'll get Tom back on. But what we'll do is before the season starts, we could change this, because if transfers happen and stuff, then obviously I'll just message you and you can tell me if anything's changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll log it and we'll monitor it. So last, who have you got?
What?
Last place.
Oh, I haven't done that. What
have you done? We'll start with the table, working from 20th to 1st, and we'll all predict our final league table.
I don't think I saw that.
You're just going to have to think on the spot then, Josh.
Yeah, couldn't do me last.
I'll go?
Yeah, go on then.
I got Burnley.
Burnley last. Who have you got, Jeff?
Well, it was a toss-up between Burnley and Sunderland, but I did give Sunderland the benefit of the doubt and go Burnley.
I didn't. I put Sunderland.
I mean, it's good. I think the
flip of a coin again. I think they'll either all gel.
Yeah,
it's hard to get.
I think the problem that all the teams have got this season is they've all made big investments with lots of players. So they're like the teams. I mean, I haven't really seen who. I know
Burnley haven't bought a lot.
They've got Walker, I think, but I think
Leeds
all the
have
teams.
invested a bit,
There's lots
haven't
of teams who are buying 4 or 5 players, Liverpool included, Man City. It's going to be how not all of them will gel together.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think Sunderland will either finish bottom or I think they'll survive.
Yeah,
I think how I think with them.
Yeah. For me, the 3 that have come up and Brentford, for me, they're my bottom 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Josh,
I've gone Burnley.
You're going to go Burnley.
Yeah, I am.
So then 19th, I've gone Burnley. I'm guessing you've gone Sunderland.
I've gone Sunderland. Yeah.
Sunderland as well. What are you thinking, Josh? Leeds. And then 18th, I've gone Brentford.
I've gone Leeds, then Brentford.
Gone Leeds and Brentford.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the season that one team survives. I've gone with. I've gone Brentford, Leeds. So I think Leeds will survive. But to be honest, it could be Sunderland or I just think someone's going to go down that isn't out of that 3. Yeah. One of them's going to survive.
I think teams that did well last season, like Wolves and Crystal Palace, it's going to be interesting to see how they start.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't expect teams like Man U or Spurs to be down there again, although we'd love them to be.
I think
teams coming up have got a massive challenge, not because of the teams that they've coming up with, just the financial,
I did think before like the transfers had happened and stuff, Burnley were my team to stay up because I thought last season they were so solid defensively.
Because I think what's going to be interesting with Burnley is when teams have come up that haven't, like Southampton, Leicester,
Ipswich.
They didn't change the way they played.
No.
So if Burnley don't change the way they played, they were very defensive last season.
But losing Trafford.
But then they've lost Trafford, which I'm surprised.
They're in links with Dubravka.
But I'm just interested. Why would Burnley let somebody like Trafford go this season? Choice. How did that? Was it out of contract or something?
No, I think he's they had an agreement that if he stayed last season, he would be able to leave this season.
Right.
If he got him up, basically.
So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, I think.
So my bottom 3: Sunderland, Burnley, Brentford. Your
Burnley, Sunderland, Leeds, and Brentford.
Yeah, Burnley, Sunderland, Leeds, Brentford.
Josh. He's lost it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few teams who I don't think... I'll go Brentford to make it easy.
Yeah. Then I've gone Leeds 17th, and then... So that's our bottom 4's all done, isn't it? And then 16th, I've got Wolves.
Yeah, I've got Everton, actually.
I've got Everton as well.
Everton. So my thinking on Wolves is, again, they've lost Aït-Nouri and Cunha, who are probably their 2 best players. And I don't think they've signed definitive replacements for them yet. And also think it's really hard because that manager came in. He's either had new manager bounce or he's unreal.
Yeah.
So he'll either be great and they might finish 11th or 10th and sign some players, or
have Wolves signed anybody?
I think they've signed. They did sign someone
for
a fair bit of money.
Man City, didn't they?
Yeah, and
they lost
Cunha. Yeah. But they signed that striker, that Strand Larsen. They got him permanently. Mm-hmm. So I think they'll survive, but yeah, again, it's it'll be interesting. What are you, Josh? Are you
Wolves?
Wolves as well.
Yeah, I had Wolves down.
And then my 15th is Everton. Were you Wolves? Were you in that place or
Wolves?
15th, I've got Fulham.
I'll go Sunderland.
Boo.
Yeah. I think they'll do all right.
I think Everton are struggling to sign players, aren't they?
That for me is the thing, is that they did well when Moyes came in, and then they
did filter off a bit.
Is Lewins, has he Is he out of contract?
He's
free. And nobody signed him yet?
No.
Which is worrying because we probably will.
Yeah.
Crikey Moses, honestly.
Yeah, I think Moyes came out and said, like, we've tried to sign a lot of people and they've all just said no.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he actually came out and said, like, I don't even think it's like they've chose to go somewhere else. I think they've just said, like, I'd rather not play.
Yeah.
Which is mad, but you'd think new stadium, hopefully they turn it.
I think you're right though, Tom. I think Moyes, it's going to be interesting with Moyes.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, I thought he did fantastic. He's done brilliant, apart from when he left Man U and went to Sunderland.
Yeah. He's
done brilliant at West Ham.
Yeah.
And he's done great last season, doing what he did with Everton, turning them around as he did. But
yeah, because they were awful.
They were horrendous.
Yeah.
And I like Sean Dyche as a manager because I like the way he speaks. But I was surprised they sacked him when they did. But to be fair, they made the right choice, didn't they?
Yeah. I just think the signings. I think
that'll be a downfall for them.
They need to get better, and if they don't, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, especially because they lost like Decore as well. I think he was quite a pivotal player for them. They haven't replaced him.
Where's he gone?
It's free transfer. I think he's gone somewhere in Saudi.
There's so many players popping around. In the olden days, it was great because they only had 11 or 12 players. Now the squads are so big.
Yeah,
you don't even know when these guys have gone.
So who we got 14th? I've got West Ham.
I've got Fulham.
I've got Fulham.
Got Wolves.
Wolves, fair. I think West Ham is a similar one to Everton, where it's like Potter needs to get some of his own players in, and it's like I don't know if there's actually money there. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they lost Mikel Antonio, but it looks like they've got Callum Wilson.
Is that where he's going? I know has he gone, or is it just talked? Or?
I'm not sure if it's completed or not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. How did they look in that Man United game? Did they look
not great?
No,
and that's actually because we weren't amazing, but we pressed quite well. But they got forward a few times. I thought Wan-Bissaka played well. I think he's
for them.
He's really good, and I think he would have fitted in really well with
this current system.
But he had people either loved him for his tackling, but then hated him because he couldn't play.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like, well, you can't have it both ways. So I think they will struggle, but I think they'll be all right with Potter. I think him being there for another season, having kind of embedded his way of doing things, I think that will just mean they're going to be all right.
I think as well, if you noticed in their pre-season games, he's bringing through a lot of the youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it might do a Potter thing, and he'll bring through some players that end up being like really, really good because he'll just give them belief. They'll play his system, and I think they'll be okay. I think Wilson's going to get injured, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, the problem with Wilson is you're not. I mean, I was surprised he spent 5 seasons with us. I think he only played 139 games.
Yeah, I know.
He scored 49 goals in 139 games over 5 seasons. So he's a great finisher, great centre forward. But if you can get 20 starts out of him a season, you're going to be lucky, aren't you?
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Josh, did you have your 14th? Did you say?
Fulham, yeah.
Fulham, yeah.
Yeah.
13th.
I've gone Crystal Palace.
I've got Nottingham Forest.
Oh, got West Ham.
Yeah, I've got West Ham as well.
Yeah. I think Forest playing in Europe, I think if you look at their form towards the back end of the season, I think teams just started to figure them out a little bit, like their way of playing. Like they would just hit people on the break, wouldn't they? It's like, I'm just not sure it will. Is Gibbs White really happy?
Yeah.
Is it? I just think there's like a few things. Is Matt Sells really good, or did he just have a good season?
Well, he definitely had a good season.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I think there's just I wanted to put something in here that was a little bit outside the box. It's like might be so I could be right or I'll be really, really wrong. Who did you guys have again?
13th West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah. Similar
West
to
Ham.
what we just spoke about. I guess West Ham. Yeah. 12th.
I've gone Palace. 12th.
Got Brighton.
Yeah, I went Fulham.
I've gone Bournemouth.
Yeah. I think 13th to 9th.
Yeah.
Is like all them teams just in whatever order you.
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be Fulham, Bournemouth, Palace, Brighton, Forest. In whatever order.
Yeah.
From them positions up is like what I've kind of got. I think. I've put Fulham in. I think it's like I quite like Fulham. I like their players. Like, don't know if you see like on like TikTok and Twitter and stuff, they're a bit like Forest. There's always like, they seem like they have really good banter in the dressing rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
And that, like, always taking the piss out of each other. So, yeah. It's like, is there really much to discuss between Fulham, Bournemouth?
No.
Not unless you see some big investments. I mean, I think the problem with Bournemouth's going to be, they've lost a centre-half.
Yeah.
How can they attract a big player? They're going to have to be lucky in the transfer market again, or
Who did they sign? What goalie did they sign? Because
they came from Liverpool.
Was it the Chelsea? They signed Chelsea.
Yes, Jorgensen.
Yeah.
Jorgensen. Yeah. Which again is like, luckily they've managed to keep hold of all their forward players.
Yeah.
Semenyo signed a new deal, didn't he?
Because he was certain to go, wasn't he, at one point between like Tottenham or United. Yeah.
So I think I've got 13th Forest, 12th Fulham, 11th Bournemouth, 10th Palace, 9th Brighton. So who did you have, Josh? 13th to
13th West Ham, 12th Bournemouth, 11th Tottenham. Because I just don't see them clicking yet. 10th Palace and 9th Man U.
I got 13th West Ham, 12th Brighton, 11th Palace, 10th Forest, and 9th Bournemouth.
Yes, I think we've got the exact same 13th to 9th, just in different order. Then 8th, I've got Man United.
I've got Villa.
Fair.
Yeah.
I got Brighton.
Jeff?
I've got Man United.
Yeah. I think 6th, 7th, 8th is going to be Newcastle, Man United, Tottenham in some kind of order. So I've got Tottenham 7th and Newcastle 6th.
Got United 7th and Spurs 6th.
I've got Forest 7th, Spurs 6th.
I got Villa 7th, Forest 6th.
A lot of faith in Forest.
Yeah, I do.
I've got Villa 5th. Personally, I think they haven't signed anyone, but they haven't lost anyone. Obviously, that will change if Watkins goes. Then they would drop down massively.
I mean, what's going to be interesting is we're making these predictions. I think it's only fair on all of us that we try and do it again when the transfer window closes.
We're allowed to change this based on what happens not when the transfer window closes. It's going to have to be when the season starts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think.
Oh, what a taskmaster you are, aren't you?
Yep. So I had Villa 5th. Who do you guys have 5th?
I've got Villa 5th.
I got Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that now.
And then I've got Chelsea 4th.
Yes.
Oh no, I haven't. I've got Arsenal 4th.
I've got Chelsea.
Yeah, I think I worry again with all the players gelling with Chelsea over the course of the season. I think as well, when you have such a big squad, it's hard to keep people happy.
You're going to love my predictions then when they come out.
Their keeper's not great.
I think if they'd have bought a good goalie, I'd probably have them in the race for the title. Yeah. But
I've heard Nick Pope's rumoured to be going to Chelsea.
They can have some Greek goalie if they want. 25 million. I've got Arsenal 3rd.
Man City.
I've got Arsenal as well.
Arsenal.
Yeah. And then I've got Liverpool 2nd, Man City 1st.
I've got Liverpool 2nd, Chelsea 1st.
Oof.
I've got Man City 2nd, Liverpool 1st.
Yeah, City 2nd, Liverpool 1st.
Whoa, hang on a second. You're going to get when you go home tonight.
If Liverpool
your sister-in-law's going to think this is great.
Yeah, I know.
If Liverpool buy Isaac, then they go to 1st.
I'm just hoping that Liverpool won't win the league because they've got too many players that won't gel together. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I think City will either finish 4th or 1st.
I think City will be up there this season. I think there's competition. I think there's a lot of work to be done with how they play. They weren't consistent enough last season.
Yeah, you think though if Foden gets back to form of not last season, the season before.
Yeah.
If Haaland gets back to form of last
well, they're the
season,
two big players, aren't they? I mean, who's the guy that was injured last season?
Rodri.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting how he comes back from his injury because people think he's just going to fit in. But as you know, when people have injuries for as long as that,
he was all right in that Club World Cup. Apparently, they were going to play him for 15 minutes, and he was just he ended up playing for
really
70 minutes.
Yeah,
he's just like a machine. I think Trafford is probably a good. I think by the end of the season he'll be the number 1.
Yeah, I think
he'll get phased in. Do you think he'll continue with Edison?
Well, he's there at the minute, but I think
because the other guys
he wants to go.
Who's the
Ortega, Stefan Ortega.
And is he rumoured to be going somewhere?
Yeah, they've told him he can go now.
Right, I think that's what
Trafford,
I read,
yeah. But I think Trafford will overtake Edison by Edison made a lot of mistakes last season, didn't he?
Yeah, there was rumours of him leaving or not wanting to be there.
Well, he wants to go off to. He wants to go to
Saudi. He'll definitely go next summer, won't he? I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, be interesting to see. I think Arsenal. If Goalscorer is if it goes well, I think it's like because defensively they're solid as fuck. Arsenal, aren't they?
They're still kind of like in the position though. If like he gets injured.
They're fucked,
they're knackered. They're fully relying on him hitting the ground run and being unreal and not getting injured all season.
I think Isak will be big for them this season. I know he's a great player, but it's going to be interesting because he carried a few injuries last season. It's going to be interesting because if he plays well, I think Arsenal will do well.
Yeah, I think as well. Like it'll be good to see Arsenal wingers have never really got as many assists as they should because of the strikers not having a striker. No, but they bought Madueke from Chelsea as well, didn't they?
He's going to be an interesting player. The fans didn't really take... Is that right, that the fans weren't really keen about him coming?
Was that a petition up or something, didn't they?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people didn't really get and feel like he was going to be the person that was going to make them better. It was like we're just sort of signing someone who's kind of like just about, he's all right.
Yeah.
They were linked with like Rodrigo from Real Madrid and stuff, so it was like... Then you're linked with that, and then you buy but I think technically a backup from Chelsea.
I'd rather see a British player coming into my team than
I think it's as well. We were talking about it on the last podcast. The problem you have as well is that Madueke's best position is where Saka plays.
Yeah, that's why. He's
not a left winger.
Yeah,
he's a right winger, isn't he? So it's like, how's that going to work?
It's a lot of money, though, isn't it? If it's not going to work,
50 million or whatever, isn't it? 50 million. Right. So who do we think will be top goal scorer?
Haaland.
I said Haaland.
Haaland, yeah.
I got Isak.
I think with Haaland, it's like didn't he finish like third top goal scorer last season? He had like the same amount of goals. He scored all them in the first 6 games.
Everyone said he had a disappointing season. He had an injury.
Yeah,
but he did score a phenomenal amount of goals.
Yeah, I remember it was like he scored like 2 or 3 hat tricks in like the first 5 games.
I mean, I would suggest that the 3 would be Isak, Haaland, or Salah.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody else will sneak into that top 3?
No.
I don't know.
No. Asula.
Salah. More Salah. Asula. Josh, I love you. Come on.
I think if Watkins goes to Man United, he might. It depends on you because I think without Salah last season, Isak was second on like 21, 22, something like that.
I think it's like Tom said. I think Watkins is a great centre forward, but I don't see him as being as prolific as Salah would be or as Isak would be. No,
but I definitely think Salah's going to go like this season.
Do you?
Yeah.
Did we not all think that last season as well?
No, I think he's got African Cup of Nations as well, so he's going to miss a month.
Right.
Liverpool now have more players.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Isak's going to be buzzing with Salah taking penalties?
Well, if you're getting 300 grand a week, you're going to be buzzing.
You've just been bought for 150 million. Like you've been like, I'm on penalties, mate.
Yeah.
Plus Salah misses quite a few. So I think it's like Salah's not going to be the guy who they pass the ball to all the time when they want to score a goal.
Yeah.
You're going to have Isak, Florian Wirtz, FTK.
Yeah.
It's going to be. So I just think Liverpool's goals will be spread round more this season. So I think like the top scorers, if Haaland could be top scorer with 40, or it's going to be like it could be anyone at like 20 to 23, 24 goals, maybe something like that. Manager of the season.
I've gone Slot.
Yeah, I got Slot.
I've gone Pep because obviously I've put City to win the league. It's the annoying thing. It's like the manager of the season is probably just going to be whoever wins the league.
Yeah,
literally.
But I think it's like, if Thomas Frank manages to get Tottenham into like the top 6 or something from where they were, that'd be like a really good thing. Again, if Leeds stay up, Sunderland stay up.
Yeah.
Like as football fans talking about like who should be manager of the season, we're all like, if City win the league and they spent 300 million, we're like, whatever, you kind of expect that. Whereas as football fans, you're more like, yeah, but Sunderland stayed up. Like that manager definitely deserves.
Yeah. But they very rarely do that, do they?
No, they won't. So
I mean, what they tend to do is they'll pick a they'll put that manager in the shortlist.
Yeah.
But they never ever give it to them. I mean, who got manager? Was it Slot? Slot probably deserved it this year. It's fitting in the way he did, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not as like Pep's won it loads of times and stuff when like you think it should be someone else, but. And then I've got who will be player of the season.
I've
got Salah.
I've put Haaland because obviously I've put City, and if he's top goal scorer and City win the league, he's probably gonna, in my prediction. I put Haaland, but hopefully it's like Cole Palmer, someone like that.
I put Isak.
And then young player of the season.
I'm going Lewis Hall. I think he's going to do it this season when he's back from an injury. Because he was unbelievable.
It'll probably be.
I've gone Tino Livramento.
It's probably going to be. It'll probably be like Cole Palmer or Saka. It'll be someone who's been around the Prem for ages.
What have you put, Tom?
I got Wirtz.
I've put.
You're definitely going to be popular when you get home.
I know.
I've put Carlos Baliba, the centre midfielder from Brighton. Thought he had a really good, really good.
You know far too much.
Really good player. I think you were linked with him.
I've just read something today about him. Yeah.
So he definitely won't win it if he goes to you, but he might if he stays at Brighton.
Yeah.
But again, it's that thing of I looked at it through like he's played like a season in the Prem. He's young. When in reality, like the nominations will be Saliba, Saka.
Where's Harvey Barnes?
Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott. Is he still at Liverpool, or is he going to be going anywhere? Or
probably go.
Because how's he going to fit into that team?
But he's not, is he?
Yeah.
We should get something off him when they take Isak. Like,
I saw someone saying we should get like 120 million and Nunes.
I was saying that.
See, that would work.
I don't mind that Nunes. I'd take him.
I
think it'd be. I think if someone put some belief back in that guy, it'd be a 15, 20 goal a season striker.
Do you think that would be a great? That would be fantastic. 120 million and plus Nunes.
And then Isak breaks his leg the first week of the season, and Nunes wins. Nunes is top goal scorer.
Second week, Joe Linton will break his leg. Do you see that Instagram post?
No.
Where Joe Linton was like, "This will always be my second."
Yeah, that had Isak in it.
In the background, like looking away.
I suppose that's the only thing. It's like if we did sell him before that game, there's going to be some players that want to kick seven lumps out of that pitch.
Again, he's got, like you said, Shane, he's got a contract. If he's going to go, let's use it to our advantage. Let's not give anyone else any. I would leave it at the last. It would be the Andy Carroll last minute signing of the transfer window.
Yeah. So then I've got biggest surprise, and I've got team and player. So who have you guys got?
Team, I've got Sunderland. Fair. I think they're going to stay up.
And player, who do you have as your player?
Player, I've got Sesko. He's going to come in. Maybe not to us, but I think he could be really good.
Jeff, what you got?
Well, I've gone Brighton.
Yep.
I think
it's hard with Brighton because it's like
consistently
getting like
I think
8th or 9th is really good
because they're signing young players.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see them do well.
It's just like that. Would you class, if they got like 8th, would you class that as a surprise for Brighton now? Because we kind of semi-expect Brighton, but it's like a really good achievement, but you still like you semi-expect.
And I'm going Elanga as my surprise this season. I think Elanga's going to hopefully he's going to light up the Premiership.
He could play.
Tom, what you got?
I've got Spurs, but mainly because they finished so low last season. I think they'll get in the top half. So that's what 8-9 places above potentially. So Spurs, and I've got Kudus. Kudus. He
looked good in the couple of friendly clips I saw.
Liked him.
Did you see that guy they signed? He's called like Vlasic or something. He's like a central midfielder. He's like, they bought him for like 12, 13 million, but I don't think he could. He either couldn't come till the summer or something happened anyway. But he played in that game with Kudus and he was fucking like unreal. He's like 6 foot odd central midfielder, skillful, scores. Like I was like, who the hell's this dude? I was like, so yeah, he might be good. I had Leeds as my surprise team, and I've got Gokares. I think he's going to be good. Yeah, he's a flip of a coin. So
Leeds is interesting.
He could be your surprise or your flop.
I was tempted to have him as a flop, but
who did you guys have for your flop team and your players then?
I got Fulham as my flop team.
Fair.
Because I feel like they've made quite good progress the last few years.
They should be 8th or 9th, really, shouldn't they?
Yeah, and I just don't see them getting anywhere close to what they've been doing the last few years. And I had player, based on what we said earlier, Madueke, just because I don't see him playing on the right. I don't think he's going to have much impact on the left. Yeah. And I feel like they're going to then just carry on experimenting with Martinelli and probably Jesus on the left. And I feel like Trossard, So I just feel like he might not have a good season.
Fair. Josh?
I've got the biggest flop. I was stuck between either Brentford or possibly Arsenal. I think if the Gyökeres signing doesn't work, Arsenal could be in trouble. And Brentford have just lost too many players, haven't they? And then the biggest flop player, I've got Isak. I think it's going to go to Liverpool and just have a terrible season.
Jeff, what you got?
I've got flop Brentford.
Yeah.
Just because I think they've done really well over the last several seasons, and I think it's going to be interesting how they gel things together.
Yeah.
And flop, I hope Trafford flops at Man City.
Yeah.
for not coming to the Toon.
I've got Brentford, same reason as you guys, and I've got Florian Wirtz.
Yeah, I thought
again, it's like it's going to go. I think when you come in for 100 and what was it, 100?
I mean, I've
10 million or whatever. Like, you know, he's.
But you said he started in the friendlies you've seen. He's played all right.
He scored today. Yeah,
I think he was.
He wasn't great in the last one, in the Milan one. I think he'll either be incredible or the thing you have to remember is a lot of lightweight players when they come to the Prem for the first.
Yeah, it does take us. Yeah,
takes them about a season or at least half a season to, everyone always says, don't they, how like physical it is, and I think he might pick up a couple of injuries through the physicality and in reality, if you're spending 110 million on a player, he should be in the conversation for player of the season. If he isn't, it's a flop. Like, you spend that much money on a player. I mean, they're struggle because they're going to spend 100 million on more than one player, and then they're going to only one of them can win it. So
could be a Timo Werner type signing potentially.
Yeah, and I always think as well from a lot of players that come from the German league are incredible in the German league. Then they come here and it's like not loads of them always are successful. That's what the same thing I have with Sesko. It's like in Etetike, it's a little bit like one of them's gonna be amazing. But you look at like Sancho, he was like ripping up fucking trees in Germany, and then he came here and it was like
I agree. You see, because that's how Bayern Munich, when they buy Diaz for 65, 70 million quid, and he just fits in. But I think that's because of their conquest in Champions League, isn't it?
Yeah.
But when you look at the balance of the teams in the German league,
you probably only play five really hard games a season, don't you? Whereas the Premier League now, it's like last season you were like when you played Leicester, you were like. Fuck for that.
Yeah.
But outside of like maybe less the three teams that came up, everyone else you're like.
Well, again, if you're playing a promoted team in the first few games of the season, there's all that hope, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're buzzing away, like you say. I mean, there's always some strange results coming on that first sort of 2 or 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
But as you say, as the season goes on and teams start to spread out.
Yeah, I think as well. Can you remember when Blackpool came up and they like after like 8 or 9 games they were in the top 4 and they had like Charlie Adam. That it's because people just probably thought they were shit, and they like surprised teams by how they played, and then I'm like pretty sure they won like 2 games after that for the whole rest of the season, got relegated because then everyone was like, we see what you're doing, and then like they were able to play against them. So, like you say, sometimes playing the new teams early in the season's not the best.
Yeah.
For like if Newcastle were playing.
Sunderland.
Better to play teams you know, isn't it? Even if you know they're going to be good.
Get a bit of data about these teams, especially when they sign a fuckload of new players. It's like because Sunderland are going to be completely different to what they were last season. How many?
If you look back over the Premier League of the last 2 or 3 seasons, there seems to have been a load of transfer activity already so far. I can't recall that happening in the past. There seems to have been a lot.
Like,
I mean,
everyone's signing.
Everybody's signing players. I mean, if you think look at Man U, Chelsea, Man City,
Sunderland,
Arsenal. I mean, there just seems to be a lot of players coming into the Premiership.
Well, with that financial fair play thing, I don't know exactly how it works, but is it? It's over like what 3 years?
3 years, I suppose. I think you've got a.
What? So is this like a new period?
No, it's a rolling.
It's a rolling 3 years.
Yeah. So basically, Sunderland will have lost no money in the last couple of years.
Yeah, but there was that point where everyone was just terrified, no one was signing.
But how does that work from a promoted team? You're right, because if Sunderland have lost no money, as an example, over the last 3 years, they've been promoted. Let's assume they get relegated next season. How does that work in fair play then? Because I think you've got to over 3 year period. Is it over 3 year period? You've got to lose 105 million quid.
But you go to the EFL one, don't you? Because now Leicester are going to get done for when they were last in the Championship, so they're getting a points deduction.
I think nobody understands it, Josh.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
You basically like what Sunderland are doing now is they're putting all their fucking hope on staying up by spending all that money.
Yeah,
I think it's like.
But then again,
whereas if you look at who went down last year, Southampton,
Leicester,
they've sold
Ipswich.
A lot of players, and Ipswich didn't really spend loads.
Okay, well let's look at another team. Let's look at teams who are established in the Premiership and look at Man United. how can they afford to do from
because
a
the
TV
revenue's so high.
Yeah,
The global appeal of Man United just makes the revenue like
so
crazy.
they haven't qualified for Europe this year. That must be that's going to have some impact.
Loads.
Fingers crossed they don't qualify next season. That'll have more impact.
But the impact isn't as big because they weren't in the Champions League last season. You're in the Europa League, and the money in the Europa League is
Chelsea aren't as big in my eyes. Aren't as big as Man United are. They're not. Financially, they're not as well. I don't think they are. But look at Chelsea. How they were in the Champions League last season.
They're not as big as Man United, but they won the Conference League. They've just won that Club World Cup.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I just
they
don't
sell a lot of players as well.
Well, they've still got loads of players.
Yeah. But Chelsea won that Club World Cup, and that had like record breaking.
That'll have an impact moving into the next 3 years, won't it? Because I think they won something like, was it 80 million quid or something for that?
Was it not the PIF that put money up?
It was. Yeah. But it is. It's like
I think
the legacy Cartel 6 or whatever all have big global revenues. And
so when you say the legacy Cartel 6, are we talking Man United, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham?
Yeah, and that's, I guess, like you talk about like the worldwide pool and the revenue, that sort of stuff will last like a generation or like a decade.
Yeah.
Even the City have been now, they're able to do that because they've won those, but they've been doing it now for what? 10 years?
And if you look at generations of youngsters coming through, so many of them support Man City now, like you were with Man United.
I get that.
And I think they were talking on TalkSport this morning, and they were saying like Man United will be okay for probably another 2 years, but they need to get back in Europe or win something.
So Spurs winning that cup, qualifying for the Champions League will make it, and obviously from the new manager's perspective, it's going to be an interesting season if their class is the top 6.
And Tottenham make a fucking boatload of money through that stadium, through all the concerts.
All the
concerts,
they
make so much, so much money through that. NFL and stuff.
Well, we could never do that because that's that is London as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Arsenal obviously they have like
we'll have the rugby league. We'll have the rugby league at St James's Park, don't we? What's it called? Weekend.
Magic Week.
Magic Weekend. That's it. Yeah.
But we just don't have that many people to kind of like London. If you put on a concert for someone, like there's going to be.
I mean, the Spurs Stadium is fab. I went the NFL down there. It's fab.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just find it really difficult. As a football fan, what I want to see is how these. We should be having an online live financial fair play league table.
Did you see the thing? It was like they did a report before that Club World Cup, and it was like Chelsea were the most like not done by fair play. Like they had the most wiggle room for PSR.
Yeah.
Well, how's that work?
They fucking signed everyone.
Rio Ferdinand did there was a league table where it said something like, how much money have you got to spend this year? And Chelsea had £300 million. Newcastle had 80 odd. Brighton were second or third. But because you've got to put your financials in, surely there must be a way that we as a football fans can find out.
Yeah. I think there needs to be like
what's going on.
A proper explanation of in like football fan terms, not like financial terms of like explaining to us how it works, what it all is. Because I think it's like people were saying, like you're at the point where it's like, why not just do a Forest and fucking buy the players you want, take a 6-point hit,
exactly,
and then you reset your fucking PSR thing.
And they're like one of the few teams that have come up recently what have managed to like solidify themselves in the Premier League. They're a Premier League team now.
And
the only way they did that was by breaking the rules.
By breaking the rules, totally. You're spot on.
Yeah, it is. It's a shame, innit? It's a shame that it's that's like how it goes and how it goes.
Well, also what's a shame if you look at England under 21s.
Yeah,
they had a fantastic tournament.
Yeah,
I struggle to name lots of the younger players because they're not getting a chance in the club teams. I mean, yes, we know Harvey Elliott, we know Tino, but again, this is where you're brilliant, Chin, because you know everything about footy. but how will those guys get a chance to develop? Do they have to go to Germany?
Yeah, well, that's the route now, isn't it?
A lot now are going abroad.
I mean, that seems to be the route, doesn't it? I mean, obviously Bellingham's doing it, his brother's doing it now, and Sancho went over and did it. But there's a couple of players that are doing that.
Yeah, the guy who Chelsea just signed, that Gittins, he was in the youth system here. Went out to Dortmund.
Well, who's the guy he's actually German, but I think he's a German international.
Musiala.
Yeah.
Just broke his leg, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Donnarumma broke his leg.
Is he Bellingham's age? Yes.
Yeah, they're around the age.
Yeah, around that age. Yeah, I just think it's so hard to keep track now.
Yeah, I think it's like, can you remember like back in the day? It was like you had to you could only have a certain amount of foreign players
Yeah,
in
well,
your
it was.
squad. And
Yeah.
so I remember when I used to play Championship Manager, you used to have the FGN symbol next to players, and you couldn't sign too many.
Does that happen anymore?
Nah, you can do what
what you want.
Like you can.
Well, we can't.
So you can you have to have a certain amount of homegrown, but if you don't have them, you just have to leave a space. So
right.
just say for argument's sake, your squad's 25, you have to have 5 homegrown, and you only had 3, you just name a squad of 23, and 2 would have to.
A random question: how many goalkeepers would you have in your 25 squad? Normally 3. And not including Newcastle, would it be normally 3 goalies?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. But a lot of the time, so
we've got 6.
So if they're under 21, I want to say, if they're under 21, you don't have to register them. So I'm pretty sure Miley doesn't count as one of the...
So from a football team's perspective, going at the Premier League this season, you name 25 players as your Premiership squad, but if you're under 21, that doesn't count.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 21. It's
I think you're right. I think it's something like that.
So,
and then obviously you have to do the same with the Champions League.
Yes, and I think there's different rules in the Champions League. It's like more homegrown
FA
players.
Cup, Carabao Cup, is that just for
just anyone? I think. Yeah, anyone who's registered to the club. Yeah. So yeah, interesting.
You might get a game, Shane. You never know.
You what?
You might get a game.
I know. I keep taking my boots with me to the game, but right now Isaac's gone. Might be by the time this goes out.
Let's hope not.
Cool. So the last thing I've got is obviously this fantasy football league that we spoke about. So I've set the league up. What we're going to do is obviously it's a private league, but it's going to be free to enter. So I'll put the link to join in either the caption of this, our bio on TikTok, or in the YouTube description. We're going to do some cash prizes for like manager of the month, then the overall winner, second and third place. I am considering, and we'll see what people say in the comments about whether we should do a forfeit for whoever comes bottom. You seen them forfeits? I like them when someone has to go sit in McDonald's for the whole day, and every burger they eat gets like half an hour.
If you come bottom, there should be a forfeit.
Yeah. If the followers don't want to do it, then we'll do a forfeit between the podcast people.
What?
So, if someone joins the podcast from fucking Ghana, joins the fantasy football league, and he comes bottom, we've got to fly him over here to make him do a forfeit at McDonald's.
No, there'll be a McDonald's in Ghana, I'm sure.
Get him to film it. So then we'll do a forfeit in some kind of way. And then what we'll do is on each podcast, we'll be pulling up like the team of the week, whichever player's done the best, people that have done the worst.
Yeah.
And then, maybe when we're doing the podcast guests, if people are local and stuff like that, we'll get the manager of the week on.
Tom hasn't put his Man U shirt on yet.
No, we'll do that for the blind rankings.
Oh, blind rankings. Good, okay.
And then, maybe if we get, when we're in the new studio, if we get manager of the months and stuff, we'll get them on a video call or something and chat to them about it and stuff.
Have we got any women followers? Can we not get any women football people on?
Yeah, well,
come on.
We can
Let's encourage everybody.
Especially after the Euros.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll put the code in the comments to join. We're going to be back in a couple of weeks' time, I think, for the next podcast, it'll be just before the season starts. We're filming it in the week of the weekend before the game. So on that one, we'll do some actual predictions for the results that week. We'll see if we need to update our predictions for the league tables and stuff. And obviously, we'll talk about any signings that have happened since then. Keep commenting. Let us know what you think. Anything you want us to discuss on the podcast. Slag us off like you normally do, all that type of stuff. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. Cheers.
Todd.
God, it's just more depressing talking about football.